Tyla, the South African singer and songwriter, has been getting attention, a lot of attention lately. Well, negative attention. People on the internet really don't like her. I just want to preface this by saying I'm not a Tyla fan or a hater, but the question does intrigue me. Where did it all start? The farthest I can go back into my cranium is when I first heard of Tyla and her hate train was being formed when she basically said she wasn't black. She's colored, which, coming from an African American that grew up in America, just sounds like a racial slur of some sort that we heard about in history class or something. But the deeper research on the topic enlightened me that South Africans use this term to explain a certain part of their culture or whatever. Again, I didn't really care about that, and to me, it didn't seem like that big of a deal, but some news outlets said that very comment was starting a race war. I'm like, where the what's the race war at? I thought about it for 2 seconds and I was like, oh, it's on the internet where a war happens every 2 hours. That's where she gained a ton of hate as well. Also, I remember her not answering questions on certain media outlets she and her team decided to be on.
Me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. That's good. That's even better.
Next one, please.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that kind of was interesting to hear. If I'm an artist and I don't want to answer certain questions, just don't get interviewed. I generally don't think it's that tough. It's not like either side needed either party for real, but I digress. The hate train has been gunning for her since then, and now recently she's come under even more fire after the VMAs for two reasons. Hear this, people are mad, they're furious, steaming, because one, they think she's an undeserving artist in the first place. So I didn't mention this earlier, but Tyla has got some hate earlier this year for winning a BET award for the best new artist, which again to me wasn't that crazy. Her music was everywhere, which generally, and she's new to the game, which generally will get you a BET award for the best new artist of the year. BET doesn't have that strict of parameters or rules to be nominated in these categories. And if we're being honest, truly honest with each other, her only true competitor within the nominees was Sexy Red.
I would say yes, because my baby daddy a cheater, but he gonna tell y'all, no, I'm not single.
And I don't really care whatsoever who won that award. Not too many good nominees in my opinion. I didn't hold any personal stake in it. But for this year's Grammys and this year's VMAs, people thought otherwise. Specifically at the VMAs, Tyla's Water, the single, received the award for the best Afrobeat. And anything with Afrobeats always come with controversy when it comes to awards in the States. So yeah, and the internet was definitely confused why longtime creators in the genre like Tim's or Burna Boy didn't win the award, which that's fair. But then again, they gave that same award to Selena Gomez last year. So, what are we going to do? I'll say that again, though, for y'all who didn't hear. Selena Gomez won Best Afrobeat in 2023. It's insane. But regardless, if that wasn't enough, this controversial 5 seconds is what the world has been discussing for the past couple days. And knowing what I know about the internet and the media, and how the media views her right now, I understand why this is so gosh darn popular. Seems like Tyla is so popular and elegant that she needed a servant of some sort to carry her precious award. Halle, or Lil Nas X, she called upon you. Looking at it, from the outside looking in, I'm just curious, Tyla, why couldn't you hold your own award? I don't know. I just feel like that could have been something very easily avoidable, this entire conversation. And I know she said it was heavy, and I feel you. Fun fact, I was super bored, and I looked up how heavy exactly one of those trusty VMA awards are, and apparently they're 16 pounds, which, of a woman of Tyla's stature, that is kind of heavy to be holding for the entire speech. And, I kind of understand it now, a little bit more. 16 pounds, although they were at least maybe an ounce, a couple ounces, they're 16 pounds is kind of crazy. Why? The VMAs are setting people up. But honestly, Tyler, you could have put it on the floor or something before. I would honestly put it on the floor before I try to get the people who presented the award to you, which by the way are stars in themselves. That's Little Mermaid and Little Nas X. Yeah, that's Little Nas X. But again, the media is riled up over this entire situation. People are creating think pieces, and even Joe Budden has come out to say
to the Africans looking down on Americans. Is that where you coming from with this?
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna do that.
That's why I hear you going with it.
But I'm telling you, for the people that believe that she's a little off-putting, it's not from osmosis.
So I see how the internet is sort of putting her into that mean pretty girl sort of position, like a mean girl. But I'm not sure personally if I think that of her or not. But at worst, Tyla is a young girl who might need better manners, and her coming from a whole different country could explain the gap between what Americans see as respectful and not respectful. The only thing I could kind of see as sort of blatant disrespectful thing that she did recently was the thing she did with Kai Cenat, man. Everybody knows the popular clip of them both where for some reason Kai asked Tyla on a date and she replied with the very infamous line,
but we friends though.
You're right.
Yeah, we friends.
You're right. What the fuck is that?
it's very embarrassing for Kai. It's whatever. At worst, it taught them both a lesson, I guess. But that's not what I'm saying was disrespectful, honestly. She used that same "we friends though" line in a song popping out with her boyfriend, which is sort of messed up, you know. She didn't have to do my boy Kai like that. And let me rephrase my word. I don't mean disrespectful, like, I feel like that's too strong of a word. I think it was a little petty, I guess. I don't know. It seemed a little petty. That's really the only thing I felt by it. But Tyla is sort of reminded me how icespice was to a sort of a lesser degree. Tyla, I actually think, has some sort of talent. She can perform. You know, she's good in her field. But her haters are definitely overshining her accomplishments recently. I mean, she's winning all of these awards, and we're talking about her wanting someone to hold her VMA for her. She has been on a crazy run this year, but we're talking about that. Let that sink in. But regardless, that's all I got to say for you guys today. How do you feel about Tyla? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video. I'll see y'all in whatever I upload next. Peace.